Hey everyone, good afternoon. Is it afternoon or is it evening? I don't know. It's one or the other. We'll figure it out. Anyway, my light is still broken. We did manage to change the light bulb, but that didn't work. Obviously, it's a feature of this room to not have a light. I did recently get blackout curtains though, which probably was a huge mistake considering my light does not work. Um, I have it cracked open right now so that I can see what I'm doing. There's this app that has been rolling around on frickin' TikTok, several of them actually, um, that I wanted to make some things clear with. Uh, One of them is Family Fun Farm. Uh, it shows several different ads on how the gameplay of this game's supposed to be. There's one where she finds out she's pregnant and then finds out that her boyfriend's cheating on her. Then all of a sudden, she doesn't have her stomach anymore and she's building a house. Then there's another where she's with a child in the middle of the snowy forest or whatever and happens upon a cabin with another guy and they start building the house around them. Uh, I wanted to be very clear that Family Fun Farm is not that kind of game. Uh, right, I got rid of it on my phone. Anyway, I was playing it for a long period of time because I absolutely loved the game. Like, just loved it. I adored the way it was. But I downloaded it because I thought it was like your choices lead to certain different places. Um, it's not like that. Uh, the first time you meet your character is when she lands back home on a small little island. It's not really small, but it's small to them. Uh, and Family Farm Adventure. There we go. That was the name of it. Um, they show different choices for this game on how it's supposed to play, but the first time you meet the main character, here, let me show you if I can, is when she pops back up onto her island, sees that her grandma's okay after an earthquake, and you go around with this dog eventually. You don't get the dog right away. And you travel around, you cut down resources, gather resources, and use the resources to build and stuff like that. Now, I don't know if the building actually gets this extensive. I haven't gotten that far yet. Um, but it's not what they advertised, which really ticks me off about games when it's not as advertised. Uh, it really ticks me off because you download it from the advertisements. If it's not as advertised, most people are just like, well, that's not what I wanted, goodbye, you know. And then there's Tappy Tunes, which is where you can go to read comics. Um, it's like web comics, that site, and other sites that I've used before. Um, it did not. They usually don't about. They usually don't say anything about in-app purchases and stuff like that. The most I've ever seen is that this one gives you maybe like up to 10 chapters free, depending on how new that comic is. I tend to find stuff like that extremely annoying, especially if there's one that I really want to read. Well, I can't do anything about the payment, so that's going to suck. Um, from what I've noticed of Tappy Tunes, you get maybe 2, 3 chapters free. Web comics, I've noticed that you get anywhere from 1 chapter free to maybe 15 chapters free. Just depends on how old and how long it's been going on. The longer the comic has been going on, the more chapters are free. Um, I tend to not use reading apps on my phone for just because I don't want to be reading while moving around. That makes me get motion sickness. I'm going to see if it works now. If not, I'm getting rid of it again. I've had some issues with Family Farm Adventure, excuse me. Wow. Fun Farm. How do I keep going back to that? Um, where it would load into the game and then just freeze and shut down. It's still pulling up the Halloween crap. But I'm going to see if it actually loads this time. If not, I may just delete it and forget about it. I have been trying. I've uninstalled it about 2 weeks now, maybe a week and a half. To give it time to figure its own crap out. Um, I would have rated the game a 5-star game just because of how fun it is. Um, I like going around and gathering materials more than anything else. The quests themselves are kind of uh, are not really all that fun. Um, there's one where you get to the volcano and they keep exclaiming every time the characters talk that the volcano is going to blow and they need to escape and blah blah blah. You can stay there as long as you want. You don't have to complete the quest. I wish I known this before. You can stay on that tiny little island with the volcano erupting for as long as you want until you get all the materials. Um, it only starts spewing lava once you get on the hot air balloon and you leave. Um, Also, another tip: when sugarcane, tomato, potato. Don't just think green, live green. You can now plant 4 kinds of trees in your flower farm: apple, yellow peach, latex, and cherry. 4 new factories have been added: fast food factory, dessert factory, snack factory, and rubber factory. Okay. Well, it looks like it'll let me play it. We'll just see how long that lasts. Need to find the thing first. Where is it? God damn it. Can never find a pen when I need one. I can always find my knife, but never a pen. So irritating. What did I do with it? Let's go my food. I'll go there for now. Give me just a second. I need to find a damn pen. Found one. Took me a million years. Don't really need one, but just in case. Okay. So they've added new stuff, which I'm really loving. Okay, there are a lot of resources for that. It just kicked me off. Bitch. The fact that it's not kicking me off immediately is a good sign, but the fact that it's still kicking me off is pissing me off. I have Love Nikki on my phone as well. I actually really love playing that game. Um, I had a boyfriend at one time who would play it with me. Uh, he had his own version on his phone, and he liked the gameplay. He was really upset that there weren't enough boy clothes, menswear, especially more modern like clothes. He didn't like that it just mainly focused on Nikki. Uh, he likes that you could pick out the outfits and change your avatar depending on what clothes you have. Um, he did say he enjoyed the story a bit, but he was hoping that there would be more menswear, which I'm kind of the same way. More menswear would have been really cool. And if they gave you an option to be a boy, you could do that. But uh, I would have liked more menswear too. They don't do menswear as often as they do female wear. I no longer have food stamps, so I'm eating what food I have left over. Um, like I said before, food stamps in Washington in Florida is shit. Um, Florida does not take into any consideration what's going on in your life. They don't care. Even if you tell them that you have no transportation to get back and forth, or that you've signed up for disability. They don't give a crap. If they did, I would have food right now. But instead, I was delivered a citation saying that my food stamps will end saying that my food stamps would end unless I got a job. My food stamps would end anyway when I got a job. It says notice of case action. The following information is about your eligibility. Once you receive a case number, you can go to blah 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 myflorida.com to activate your Access account, and you will be able to get case status information. You will also be able to print a temporary Medicaid card if you are eligible for Medicaid. This is about the interview that I was supposedly supposed to keep. How the fuck can I do an interview and go in and talk to these people if I don't have a fucking ride? Please call said number between the hours of 9 a.m. and 1 p.m. for your phone interview. I don't have access to a fucking phone because the money that I did have all went towards getting my phone and having minutes on it for like a month when I got here, which took forever to sign up for food stamps, by the way. So by the time this shit started happening, I didn't know I no longer had a phone. They have a way online that you can contact your caseworker, in case you don't have a phone or don't have access to a phone and all you have is the internet and online. But your caseworkers do not check that site ever, because I have sent messages through there constantly. One of them was, I don't understand what I'm supposed to do. I don't have a ride to get around anywhere. I have very limited access to the internet, which is true. I have very limited access. I may have the modem in my room, but it's parent locked. There's only so much I can do on the internet. Um, I get maybe 2 hours of internet time if I'm lucky. Um, there's anyway, I have limited access. I no longer have a phone. Um, I don't have transportation. I have no way to get a hold of my caseworker to let her know what is going on, him or her. Um, please contact me through my email. I'd be happy to respond in any way that I can. Nothing. I got absolutely nothing. Bupkis. Nada. So my entire the last time I got food stamps was last month. Was in October. It was October 3rd. I don't know why I started getting my food stamps so early. Um, they told me I would be receiving them on the 3rd of every month. October was the only time, and I did not like receiving them at the beginning of the month. It made it so much harder to shop for the rest of the month. I'm used to getting them around the 8th or the 16th. Um, for now, I have Pepsi to hold me over. I've got some cocktail sausages, 2 eggs, a shit ton of rice, a little bit of peas and corn, one thing of Velveeta mac and cheese, and then regular noodles and Velveeta cheese. Um, yeah, that is all I have aside from tea. Um, I got chamomile tea because I've been having a rough time sleeping and my throat's been killing me. But so I've decided to give up. I am no longer going to try with fucking food stamps in Florida. Uh, I'm going to find a way to contact them to tell them to close my case, and then I'm going to contact Washington, and see if they can help out in any way. Um, I don't know if they will. Uh, Washington did state, well, one of the caseworkers up there did state that that a couple of their clients don't actually live in Washington. They travel. Um, but the problem is I'm not traveling. Uh, After so many months of using it here, it would become apparent that I'm living here. Uh, I may be able to use it when I'm going to visit my sister or whatever, but that would be about it. And that is only if that's in my mom's plans and I can go with her. Uh, Washington definitely seemed more laid back with the whole food stamps thing. Florida is not as helpful when it comes to that. Uh, the only thing is that Washington definitely will cut back your food stamps once you get a job. You can still receive food stamps. It's like anywhere between $90 to like 62, 52. Uh, you don't get much, which is completely unfair because they don't take into account the bills that you have to pay or rent. They don't take that into account. It doesn't matter unless you actually have proof. Uh, I used to get nearly 400 in food stamps in North Carolina because I told them that I was paying 300 in rent to live in a basement with no toilet, uh, which was true. I was living in a basement with no toilet for about I want to say 3, 4 months, at most 5 months, but I want to say 3 or 4. Uh, and it had no toilet. My boyfriend was always picking a fight with the landlady, and me and my dog were scared out of our fucking minds. There's no carpet. We were sleeping on a futon, a broken futon at that. Uh, had one tiny little couch that we had to throw out because whoever brought it into the basement brought it in with bed bugs, which took me 2 months to get rid of. Uh, no running water, couldn't do dishes. So any food we got went into the microwave. That's what we ate. Um, there was a stove down there. There was a sink down there. The stove worked. The sink did not. Uh, when we first moved in, she told us that there was a functioning toilet and a functioning kitchen. Uh, we didn't get any of that. Uh, there was no toilet. Like, I'm not even kidding. There wasn't even an actual porcelain toilet. Nothing. There was no toilet. All that was in there was a shower, which we couldn't use because no running water. Uh, the floor was freezing. We only had a couple of blankets, and there's no heating down there. There's no cooling down there. So in the winter, we were literally freezing our asses off. Um, I would call my boss at work and ask him if we could borrow a heater from there every now and then. Unfortunately, they never had a spare one. Uh, talk over. Anyway, I just wanted to inform you guys that Family Farm Adventure does not fucking work for my phone. Damn it. I really wanted to play it too. Fucking shit. It really ticks me off. There's many where it says that you've got choices to make and stuff like that. See, it shows stuff like this where you can build a raft with a tent on it and stuff like that. There's no gameplay like that. The gameplay mainly looks like this last one. This one and this one only. Okay. There's no. Yeah, there's none of this other crap on there. So I don't know what the hell they were trying to pull with this shit. Can't even play it that way. Anyway, I'm gonna have to uninstall it again because, well, piece of shit. If you can't get your apps to work, don't fucking put them on there. That's all I gotta say. I only got to play it for like a month and then it just wouldn't let me play it anymore. I stopped playing Pokemon Go for it. I stopped playing Nikki for it. Like, I stopped going to TikTok for it because I loved that game. I was like, I need all the space I can get in case there's updates and blah, blah, blah. No, didn't need to worry about it. It's so gloomy out. Anyway, I hope you guys have a beautiful morning, evening, afternoon, night, whatever time of day it is for you. And I'll see you when I get the freaking chance. I got a war to start with Florida. Later.